Adding more fiber is really easy. The first step is to try to make sure that every meal has either a veggie or fruit, and just look down at your plate and ask yourself, okay, is there a veg or fruit there? My name is Amanda Beaver, and I'm a registered dietitian with Houston Methodist, and my job is to help employees live healthier lives through their nutrition. Sometimes people, whenever they add too much fiber to their diet, they might get a little bit of GI issues or GI discomfort, and the fiber found in veggies and fruits is maybe a little easier to digest and not quite as fibrous or as much fiber as things like beans and lentils and whole grains, which have tons of fiber in them and are really good sources. But we would want to go a little bit slower on adding those to give our GI time to adjust. And anytime we increase our fiber intake, we also want to increase our water intake as well and just drink a little bit extra water. And then the last really easy source of fiber we can add to our diet is going to be nuts and seeds. So just as simple as having a snack of nuts is a great way to add fiber to your diet in a really easy, portable, shelf-stable way. Fiber has a bunch of different benefits, and one of the biggest ones is that it can help with fullness and help us feel a little bit more satiated after we eat a meal or a snack. And some of the other benefits include improving our LDL, so it can actively lower our LDL cholesterol, our total cholesterol, and our triglycerides, so it can improve our heart health. And then the third major benefit, unsurprisingly, is for our GI tract. So studies show that whenever we eat a greater diversity of fibers in our diet, we get a greater diversity of beneficial bacteria in our gut, which leads to a healthier gut microbiome and one that maybe is less symptomatic. So those are the three main reasons we want to add fiber to our diet. Make sure we're getting enough. Foods high in fiber are going to be our plant-based foods. So our veggies, our fruits, nuts, seeds, and then whole grains and beans. Usually what we'll recommend to people is to try to make sure there's a fiber source with each meal. So try to have a fruit or veggie with each meal. And then when picking your carb for your meal, choose one that is a fiber-rich source, whether that is quinoa or a whole grain bread or beans. So that way you're getting some fiber along with the grains that you're eating. And then for our snacks, choosing things like nuts or seeds like almonds or cashews or pumpkin seeds, and even pairing that with a fruit.